Okay, let's do something a little bit different that I normally never do. A lot of you write me and ask me questions. A lot of the questions that you ask can be answered in the video if you watch the whole video. And so I need to make a couple disclaimers here. The videos that I do with my machines, they are all me doing it myself. I don't represent any company. I don't represent any company. I don't work for any company. All the things that I show you in my videos are just me and my experience. Okay? So what I would suggest you do if you have problems with a machine is, number one, go to the dealer where you bought it from. Two, contact the manufacturer, send them an email, call their 800 number. Number three, go to that brand website on Facebook and ask them a question on there, and they'll get back to you. So there's a lot of different things. Now, I'm going to go through a few questions throughout time here and see if I can answer some of you without, let's see what I got going on here. All right. Okay, so the recent Sew and Chat video that I put up yesterday, Spat7378 said, I lived in Dallas, Texas during the AIDS crisis of the 80s and 90s. I counted 45 friends and acquaintances who died of AIDS. It was a depressing time. Yeah, it was a depressing time. I was in my 20s in the 80s, and I was living in Pennsylvania. And though HIV/AIDS didn't really attack my city as badly as it was in the bigger cities, we did lose a couple people. But yeah, it was a very bad time. And the reason why I talked a lot about that in my previous video on the Sew and Chat for on January 18th, which was yesterday, was because of the way people acted back then, the way people, the way they confronted the virus and the disease, and much like they did with the COVID-19. I mean, nothing changes. I mean, humans still act the same. They're so barbaric. They're so unempathetic, many. Not all humans, don't get me wrong. But it's always those religious fanatic ones, and then when they get sick, suddenly, things are different. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty sad. So thanks for that reply. Let me keep going down here. Let's go to a different one. Let me go to a different, let's see what they're saying here. Mary Enos, something like that. She says, I have a Juki HCL F300 and wondered if you can use a thread director on it. Well, okay, so I don't see why not. I mean, they're made for all machines. If you ever wonder about a product, Mary, contact the product company itself. Look up the thread director, see what company makes it, and write the company through their website and ask them these questions. I don't represent any of these people, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. They make them for all the, fits on most all domestic machines. This was about my no-sew boning. What happens after I launder the garment? I don't know. You're going to have to do a test sample and check on your own. I mean, if I put a no-sew boning in, which I showed you how, I would have it dry cleaned. I wouldn't put it in water. So do a test. Test it out and check for yourself. That's the only way you're going to learn. It's the only way you're going to know. You might be using different fabrics than what I'm doing it on. The glue may stick with differently on different fabrics. Who knows? But always do a test. Always do a test. Okay? Let's see. This was on my heirloom. This was by... Oh, the one who asked that, by the way, on the no-sew boning, was Sandra Gale Gudulak. Sandra Gale Gudulak about the no-sew boning. So Sandra, do a test. Test. Okay. So I remember I was doing a class in California on my fancy pillows with the texturizing, and this lady asked me if it could be laundered, and I said, well, I've never laundered my pillows. I said, but I would suggest you do a little test sample, put it in laundry, find out. Well, can't you tell me? She said, and I said, I don't know. I've never washed my pillows, but if I were to wash them, I would do a sample first and test. I vacuum my pillows all the time. They're for display. They don't get used to lay on or anything. They're just displayed like artwork. And she got all bent out of shape because I couldn't tell her. Well, can't you just tell me? I can't tell you. What do you want me to lie to you? I'm not Donald Trump. Okay, so here we go. All right, let's see here. This one says, this one's about my heirloom, non-traditional heirloom. I've never watched this done until tonight. My mind is blah, blah, blah. Is it possible to get good results on double layers such as a hemline or... Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, give it a try, too. I mean, hems, the hem stitching and stuff was the 2 layers. Experiment, test, you'll see. Yeah, I give you the basics. You guys got to take it from there. Okay. Let's see here. This was about my Janome 9000. I was just going through the basic walkthrough of the embroidery. Danny says, do you know if I can embroider my own designs? Well, Danny, you would need software to embroider your own designs. And then you would need some kind of a transfer device to the Janome 9000. You know, honestly, the transfer device that I have for my machine, it won't work on my Windows 10. I've never ventured into finding anything else. Maybe join a Janome group and see if somebody has found a way. But with all the other machines I have, I just use the cards that I bought that are dedicated to the 9000. And for my other machines, I have a digitizing program, and I just embroider on them because they just take a flash drive I can plug in to transfer the design. I've never done anything on the 9000 ever since I've changed programs, Microsoft programs, after I think it only worked to Windows 7 or something. I think after that, XP or whatever, and then my transfer device never worked. So yeah, sorry about that, but I've never gone any further. Let's see here. All right, this was about a Juki, on my Juki HCL F300, about faux piping. Mary Enos again. So glad I happened into your YouTube channel. I own the same machine. I've been looking to see if there can be a larger size buttonhole made for the buttons in this machine. Thanks very much. P.S. There does not seem to be much help from Juki customer service. As with the brother, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I never tried a larger button. There might be a... I don't know, there might be a... never tried it, but check your instruction manual and see if there's a... see if you can try to do a buttonhole without the attachment and just, you know, manually try to do that. See. But I can't answer that. I don't... Never tried that. So, can't answer it. Sorry. You'll have to test, experiment, and go back to the dealer where you bought your Juki machine from. You know, go back to the dealer and ask the dealer. They'll help you. Anytime you buy a machine from from a dealer, they will help you. All right, what else do I have here? Let's see here. Most of these posts here are just wonderful. You know, people are really nice. Let's see here. This was about my free motion embroidery foot from Gail Maltese. And when I was doing a free motion embroidery foot on my Singer 401A, I can never find the right one. Never find the right one. She said try the original. She found a Goodwill that works great. It's the original Bigfoot. Yeah, it didn't work. I don't think they make it for the Singer slant shank, and if they did, I tried it. It didn't work the way I wanted it to. So, and I've tried. I have purple big feet. I have all that. It didn't work. But thanks for the information. Let's see. Black button leveling foot. Okay, so I did a video on the black button leveling foot for my brother and baby luck machines. And I told people, I said, read your instruction manuals, because if your machine came with the black button foot when you bought it from your dealer, in your instruction manual will have it. And Kat Davidson said, by the way, instruction manuals don't always tell you what the feet do. Never had a foot with a black button. Okay, so instruction manuals will show you what basic feet to use in certain techniques in the book, but they always list in the beginning of the book what each item is that came with your machine. And then if you want to know what each foot actually does, there's YouTube. And you're writing to me on YouTube, so you can always look at the foot that came with your machine, go to your instruction manual, see what the name of that foot is, and then go to YouTube and enter that foot, the name of that foot, and there are, I know there's many videos on all different presser feet, Cat, that will show you what each foot does. So there's no excuse today not to find the information you need. But I can't tell you how many people, and this is, like I said, this is like the lowest, the mid range to the budget machine that had the black button with the foot, to the highest top line machines. Many people didn't open up their instruction manuals to read, and they told me they didn't know that. They've been sewing all these years and didn't know about the black button on the foot that came with their machine from the manufacturer. So I can only tell you what I've experienced and what other people told me as well. But yeah, if you want to know what a foot does, look at the foot, look at your instruction manual, see what foot it is, what the name of that foot is, go to YouTube, enter that foot name on YouTube, and all kinds of videos are going to come up and show you how to use that foot and what it's used for. Okay, this was my free motion embroidery that I did. This one was like an hour long or something, or over an hour long. It's really great. And I had the highest hits on this one. Jenny Boone says, I know this is a very old video, but I was wondering what bobbin thread you were using. Great video. Well, thank you for the great compliment on the video. And Jenny, I'm going to have you watch it again, because I even show you the bobbin thread that I'm using in that video. So if you were skipping around, or you were talking on your phone, or texting while my video was playing and you weren't paying attention, I don't know why you missed it. It's right there. So I'm going to ask you to watch it again, Jenny. Your teacher is telling you to open that book and watch it again, okay? Because that is in there. Ah, nice. You are wonderful. Thanks. I try to get people to think for themselves. I try to give them the techniques and then take it from there and think for themselves. That's how you invent. That's how you create. That's how you come up with your own design, your own technique. You know, give you the basics and then you go from there. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so this was my Juki HCL F300. Tracy Jones says my F300 didn't come with a knee lifter, but it has a hole for it. Okay. So order one if you want one. Okay. And then look in your instruction manual, because in your instruction manual, if it's got a hole for it, and if a knee lifter came with it, it would be in your instruction manual and show you that the knee lifter came with it. And it should have came with it, because if it's got a hole for it, it should have come. I know my Juki was a gift. I got it from someone who donated it to me. And so it didn't come with a knee lifter because it was a gift and a lot of the parts were missing because it had already been used. So when you saw me in my video, I borrowed my Janome knee lifter and put it in there. But you can always order one. Just order a Juki knee lifter for your brand machine. That's all. Excuse me, that's all. Okay, what is your favorite newer brother of Baby Lock machines? I like them all. I have so many different machines, you know. There's something I like about every one of them. So what I always tell everybody is this: whatever you're going to sew, take the fabric and the thread you're using, go to your local sewing machine dealer, and test drive different models and different brand machines to see what feels comfortable and what's going to work best for you for the genre of sewing that you create. That is the best thing. I mean, when you drive a car, when you go to buy a car, what do? Well, you look at reviews, you look at different cars, you look at cars on the road, you ask friends what they think of their car, but you've got to sit in the car and test drive it and see if it feels good for you. If that car that you're driving feels good for you, and the price is in your budget, and everything about that car inside is what you want, then you buy it. Think of a sewing machine like a car. Test drive these machines and see what feels best for you. Don't just go to Walmart and buy a machine off the shelf. Go to your local sewing machine dealer and test drive machines, and test drive different brand machines, and then you're going to find what fits for you. You know, some people are diehard one brand machine. I've got many different brand machines, and I find something great in all of them. And there's something great in all of them that I use for everything that I'm doing. So, but do I dislike one over the other? Maybe in certain features I do, but honestly, you can make it work. I mean, I was told for years singers are terrible machines. Okay, if they're not a vintage Singer, they're terrible machines. Well, I was gifted a Singer combo sewing and embroidery machine, a Futura, and people were bitching online about these machines. I got it to work, and I shared my results with everybody, and it works beautiful. I have no problem with it. And it's a far cry from the price of the big mega buck $15,000 machines, but I still got the same results. I still got the same results as a $15,000 sewing machine. You have to know what you're doing when you're sewing. If you don't know what you're doing, then you need to take lessons and learn and start on a basic budget machine then. Like, go get a basic mechanical machine from your local dealer and start on that and then work your way up. You know, it's up to you, whatever. But study. You're just not going to get on a machine and produce this most amazing garment unless you have some kind of a talent that is so gifted it's beyond anyone else. But I don't know anyone who has, even when you drive a car for your first time, you still have to practice so you can stay steady on the road so you don't, go to the side of the road. All right? So anyway, all right, let's see what we got here. I can go on and talk. You guys know me. I can go on and talk. Oh, let's see here. Okay, Al Reed, this was commenting on my Janome 9000. Do you use embroidery thread for the bobbin? Yes, you do. And on most all my videos, I always show you the embroidery thread. I don't know if I did on this one or not, but yeah, you do. In fact, I think I did. I think I showed you the bobbin thread on that one. I'll certainly. Let me pause this and look. Okay, so let me read his question again from Al Reed. Do you use embroidery thread for the bobbin? Al, I just went to that video and watched it. At time code 2 minutes, I'm showing you embroidery bobbin thread. Al, you missed it. You got to go back and watch it, dude. You got to watch it. You just can't pretend you're watching it. Dude, please, help me out. I'm trying to help you. Help me out. So, yeah, you got to use embroidery. You got to use bobbin thread. And let me explain to all of you, since many of you probably never really, these questions I'm getting. You have to use embroidery bobbin thread when you're doing embroidery because the thread has to be thinner. Embroidery bobbin thread is thinner. It's finer because you've got a whole buildup of thread on top. And you have to use embroidery thread on top because regular construction thread is too thick for the amount of stitches that are going in. So you guys, when you watch videos, make sure you pay attention and listen, okay? Because the education is there for you. And then read your instruction manuals. Your instruction manuals will tell you what type of threads to use also, okay? All right, so let's move on from that. Okay, back to the Janome MC9000. This is from Kamoi H. Is there any way you can buy designs now that you download and can use on the MC9000? I just answered the same question before. Unless you can find a way to get a transfer box or something in there with a card and that, I would say no. Because you used to be able to with a transfer box and a card, but I have not found success with my new Windows 10, and it's so old I don't even bother. I just use my new machines with the USB and all that. Okay, let's see. Okay, and again on the MC9000, this is for Lorraine Jones. Thank you for the informative video. I've been looking for and having trouble finding information on the largest size lettering this machine will do. Do you happen to know how many inches the highest lettering is? No, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Sorry, Lorraine. No, I'm sorry, I don't. If you own the machine, stitch it out and see how big it is. But I don't. I've never really measured. I don't use that machine much for embroidery, as I explained in the video. I was just showing you a walkthrough. Sorry about that. This is the Singer Futura XL550 Bobbin Rattle Noise Fix. And this is from All G's, A-L-L, then G apostrophe S, who said, should have recorded how it sounded at first. I did. It's in the video. You just have to watch a video. Oh my God. So Rogue Lady answered underneath All G's and said, did you even watch the video? where he has not only showed it, but told everyone the previous video he made and showed this. Yeah, see, those are the people who don't watch. You know, they're texting on their cell phone while the video's going, and they're not paying attention. So, come on, guys. You gotta help yourself if you want me to help you. Which I gave you so much information in these videos already. Okay, let's see here. Again, on the MC9000, is $250 a good price for this machine? Comes with all original content. Oh, here's the deal. This is from Jerry Kovis. Jerry, test drive the machine. Test drive the machine, see how well it works. If it's good and it works well, you decide whether it's worth that amount of money. I can't tell you if it is or not. You have to test drive it. You know, that machine may have only had very little time on it, whoever owned it. And if some old granny used it and barely used it, and hardly has any hours of usage on it, sounds like $250 would be like a really good price to get that used machine. So a lot of factors go into it. You know, you have to just test drive the machines and see how good they are. See how, you know, if there's any cosmetic damage, if there's any wear and tear. You know, if a machine looks almost brand new, that would be a good price, because if it looks almost brand new, you know it hasn't been used much. Okay, and I would buy it from a dealer. You know, I would go to a dealer and buy it, because when a dealer sells a used machine, they usually give you a warranty for so long. Some are 30, 60, 90 days. Some even guarantee it for 1 year. It depends. You have to check it out. All right, where do you get the lamp attachment? This is coming from Lord Mytac. Where do you get the lamp attachment? This is my Singer 401A edge stitching video. You get those places online. They're an LED. I'll just tell you what it is. It's a 30 LED industrial light. And if you go to the catalog of my videos, there's all kind of lighting videos. I show you how to use it, you know, how to attach it and all that stuff. So just watch more of my videos and you'll see how I show you how to attach it and all that. But you get it online. You just go to Google and enter 30 LED industrial sewing machine light, and you'll find all different vendors you can order them from. Okay. Oh, let's see what else. Thanks, I get it to work better. Thank you very much. Explains issues, a million questions. This is on my brother ULT 2001. This is from Eye on Art. Is $400 for a used one a good price? Again, just like I answered for the Janome. Go test drive it. Go look at it. See how well it's made. You know, see if any cosmetic or wear damage. Look at the amount of stitches. You can go to the computer screen and see how many stitches it has. Number of stitches that are, it's like mileage on a car. On those embroidery machines like the Brother ULT, I think they might have the stitches on there. They may or may not. I don't remember. But you just have to decide that for yourself. You know, look at the wear and tear on the machine. You know, and see if it is what condition it is. Price is always based on the condition of the machine. And again, buy from a dealer. Buy from a dealer. I mean, I paid $450 or $499, I can't remember, for my used ULT 2003, and I bought it from my local dealer, and I got a warranty with it for like 3 months. And so, but if you buy from a private person, you don't know. You don't know if it's been checked. You don't know if there's problems with it. But if you buy from a dealer, you buy a used machine from a dealer, and there's a problem with it, you can always take it back. That's the advantage of buying from a dealer. Hope that helps you guys. Okay, so this is tips for sewing over multiple layers of fabric flawlessly. This is from Nancy Templin. Christopher, can a hump jumper be used with a commercial walking foot machine? Thanks for sharing your knowledge. You don't need a hump jumper if you got a walking foot machine, but if you do, you know, like if you're going over something heavy, you can. I don't see why you couldn't use a hump jumper on it. So try it. If you own an industrial machine, try it, experiment, see if it works. Try it. That's all I can say. Try it. If you ever want to know if something works, give it a try. You know, check it out. Okay. All right. So now we've got a free motion embroidery video that I did on my Baby Lock domestic sewing machine. And Zarina Fernandez says, "Thank you for a beautiful explanation." You're welcome, Fernina. Zarina. Can you please tell me if I can use a Juki DDL 8700 straight stitch machine to do this, or do I need a zigzag machine? Thank you. Okay. Well, first of all, on my free motion video, I was using a zigzag, right? I was showing you how to do my free motion embroidery with a zigzag. And that was being done on my domestic machine. So now you're taking it from a domestic into industrial and asking me something totally different. What I would do is I would contact Juki and ask him what you're asking me. And see. Because I've never done free motion embroidery on an industrial machine, so I can't answer that. But contact Juki and ask them, okay? That's what I would do. All right, this is about the Singer Futura. And Lydia Blanco said, I need help. My machine is showing error 1. Lydia, contact Singer. Contact Singer, or contact the dealer you bought your machine from and have them help you with that error code. I don't know off the top of my head what that is. I don't even know if it might be in the instruction manual and tell you what error codes come up. But contact the dealer or contact Singer directly and they'll help you. Okay? Okay, brother. This is on my brother ULT 2003D. She said I was gifted this machine. This is from Evelyn Neves Larson. Sorry. I was gifted this machine. Now I need to find videos on how to use it. Any ideas where to look? I can't seem to find any on YouTube. Thanks for your help. I would go Google. I would Google and see what you can find. That's the first thing I would do, and I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I'm the king of Google. I Google everything. I YouTube everything. So that would be my answer. That would be my answer to you. Okay. Let me keep going here. This is about the Janome 9000 again. From Jacques Bauman. Love this machine, but unfortunately the belt moving the embroidery arm up and down is now off the machine. Nobody seems to know the number. Could you or somebody please look on the machine? You have to unlock the cap below the machine. It's only 2 screws. Really? Really? You want me to take my machine apart? Dude, call a Janome dealer. Take your machine to a Janome dealer, please. Take your machine to a Janome dealer. You're asking someone to take a machine apart. Please, just go to the Janome dealer and you could buy a belt from them. You could buy a belt from them right there. Okay? All right. Sorry I can't help you with that one. Well, I actually did. I gave you advice what to do. You just go there. Okay, what machine and foots? What? Okay, this is from Eloise Pitot and Shavira. Forgive me, I'm not very good at foreign names. Forgive me. I'm so bad. What machine and foot would you recommend for someone who is interested in learning free hand motion embroidery? You know, all that information is in my videos. I don't know why you guys aren't watching these videos. I put all that information in there. Just watch the video, babe. Watch the video and see what I'm using, okay? I have it all in my videos already. Okay, this was on the Singer 401A ruffle foot. This is from Neninia Chajok. Thanks for this. I wish you would reply. I got this ruffler foot from my industrial machine, but it ruffles without stitching, and I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. Please help. Girl, dude, whoever this is, my Singer 401A ruffle foot is for the Singer 401A. That's a domestic sewing machine. You bought this for an industrial machine? Yeah, that's not going to work. No. Who told you it works? Why would you buy a domestic ruffler to put on your industrial machine? Yeah, that's not going to work. No, not going to work. And I don't believe I've ever saw a ruffler foot like a domestic machine has for an industrial machine. One thing about industrial machines, they do sell different feed attachments for industrial. I would contact a person who sells industrial machines, or the brand of industrial machine you have. Contact that company and tell them what you want to do and see if they can help you with that. But no, the Singer 401A and ruffler foot for that domestic Singer 401A machine is not made to go on an industrial machine. Okay, so that's my answer to you, and I answered you. So, yeah. Okay, slow clapping right now. Bravo on one of my. Okay, so this is under the hood video. Singer 5554 heavy duty sewing machine. This is from Andrea Borgia Rosario. She says, I have this machine, but I need to get it fixed. Can you tell me where in North Carolina I can get it fixed, please? Contact Singer. Or, that's what I would do. I would contact Singer and see what dealers they have in your area that are authorized or will take your machine and get it fixed. Then I would contact the sewing machine dealers in your area and tell them what brand and model machine you have and see if they'll work on your machine. That's what I would do. In my area, that's how I would find that information. So you could do the same thing I would do. That's how I would do it. All right, let's see what else we got. Let me see what else I have here. Okay, this is on my tip of the day spool caps. This is from Liz Leatherbarrow. She said the slit in the old spools of thread are for storing the end of the thread. Yeah, that's what I said in the video, Liz. You just have to watch the video and listen. Thank you very much. All right. A lot of these questions have been answered in the videos that I did for you guys, and a lot of these things you can contact the brand manufacturer, contact the dealer where they sell these machines. It really is that easy, guys. It really is. You're making it hard. You're making it very, very hard on yourselves. Okay, so this one here is on my Janome 9000, the LED light bulb replacement, and this is from Alta Jones, and she says, "Where, sis, you buy the LED light bulb, please?" Well, I think I explained in the video. I got it online from eBay or somewhere. On eBay is mostly where I buy things, but you can always do a search, a Google search, and enter your machine brand and model number, and then put LED replacement light bulb. That's how I find things. I do a Google search. So, and do that search on eBay, do that search on Google, and you'll find they're out there now. They're all over the place now. So let's see. I'm starting out. Okay, black button leveling foot. This is from Brenda Nickel. She says, if I'm starting out on a thick corner, my material likes to suck into feed dogs towards bobbin. Help. Okay, so first of all, a lot of home sewers were never educated in how to sew the industrial way. And I'm going to end this video with another demonstration here for you, so people understand. I'll just close this up. Let me find a scrap of fabric. So this is I had an argument with someone in a sewing group. Some guy he took fashion industrial sewing. He's a teacher. He teaches fashion garment design and stuff. But we got into an argument one day, and I said, this is the way you start out sewing: is you start a quarter of an inch in, then back up, then come forward. And he said that's not always true. And he goes, that's not. You could start. I don't know. It was this big debate, and he was just arguing with me. But I find most home sewers, when they start sewing, they will want to start right off the edge and then start feeding. Well, as I explained in a lot of videos, and if anybody was taught the industrial method of sewing, what happens is when you sew, all right. Here's the 2 layers of fabric, right? These are 2 layers of fabric. When you start sewing off the edge onto the top, and I did a video on this already. It was strip piecing, my strip piecing tip video. When you start sewing, your top foot is pushing this fabric forward. Your feed teeth are pushing the bottom fabric back. So naturally, when you start here and you start this way, it's going to push forward for you, right? So what you want to do is when you're sewing, you want to start about a quarter of an inch in. You're supposed to drop your needle first. Most machines today, I don't have to usually drop the needle first. I can just lay it in there. The older machines, if you don't drop the needle in first with the presser foot up, the thread will pop out of the needle. That's why you have that problem with the older mechanical machines. So what I like to do is I like to start there, go back, and then come forward. Now, I've demonstrated a lot of thick fabrics on all different machines, right? What I would do if you're on a thick corner, this thick piece of fabric here, right? Okay, so I would, let's put your needle in first, drop your foot, go backwards, and then come forward because that already started. And another thing I want to tell you is increase your stitch length. If you're having problems and your foot is not feeding smoothly, the last thing you want to do is pull it from the back. Don't pull it from the back. Do not pull it from the back. Check your stitch length first of all. Remember, the thicker the fabric, the longer the stitch length, okay? Then if you're having problems of a thicker fabric coming off, you can use your hump jumper, you can use that black button. Let me get another piece of fabric here. So if you're going to start out, if it's a thick part right here, you can take your hump jumper or a thicker piece of fabric and put it behind the foot like this. You see that? And then you can do a couple stitches back, right to the edge, right there, about eighth of an inch from the beginning, and then start stitching forward, and then it's level. Now the black button, this machine I'm sewing on right now is in a portable industrial version. It's a home machine, but it's based on an industrial machine. It's portable. So I don't have a black button on this machine, but you could do what I just did here. And then they make plastic hump jumpers that you could put in the back to level that foot out. But if you watch my strip piecing video, I explain and show you how. Do you ever wonder why when you're sewing and at the end one of the layers, like the top layer, is longer than the bottom layer? And that's because of the way you hold the fabric. And having an extension table is very important because when you're sewing, you want to hold the fabric and pinch it together like pins. You don't need to use pins, but that's how you would hold it together. So that will help you, okay? So a lot of my videos, I have all these tips in there and everything for you guys to watch. Study industrial sewing. You know, go on YouTube and enter Industrial Sewing Factory and watch how those people hold the fabric when they sew. And you see they've got tables they're sewing on. And watch how they hold the fabric when they sew. You know, the difference between the way people sew in factories is the way they hold the fabric. In home sewers, they're always doing this, or they're trying to pull. You can always tell how they studied sewing. If they were studied and trained by a professional, or if they studied and trained by a home sewer. You can tell the difference by the way they sew. And if they have, first thing they want to do is attach their extension table, the way they hold their fabric. So study industrial sewing. It's going to help you. And I will tell you this. I learned industrial sewing from Margaret Islander. I bought her videos back in the early 90s. So, and they're all on DVD now, and you can order them from Islander Sewing. Okay, there's a website, Islander, like, you know, an island in the ocean, Islander Sewing. And they sell these DVDs on industrial sewing methods that will help you all so much. Invest in that education on those DVDs if you really want to take your sewing serious and go further with it. It'll really help you. It helped me. It really did. It made a big difference. All right, so that's it for today. So once again, everybody, I can't answer everybody's videos or answer questions. You know, I do whatever I can and put all the information that I can into my videos. That's there for you. And all you have to do is take the time to watch it because it is free. It is free, everybody. It's free. All you got to do is watch it. Okay? All right, take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.